What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the never knows best, bringing you another Hypland haul slash unboxing slash Tron style video where I show you guys everything that I've picked up from their latest anime collaboration. Now that being said, I'm actually 2 collaborations behind. Life just kind of been all over the place for the last few months. I just never got around to actually unboxing it and showing it all to you. So I've had all this stuff sitting in my house, well, since I was at my last house, because as y'all know, I moved into a new location in the a month ago already. So time just been flying by without me really realizing it. But yeah, I'm here today to show you guys everything I picked up from the Hypland Yu-Gi-Oh collaboration. That being said, it's a few shirts, it's a couple of hoodies. It's not a ton of stuff because as much as I loved Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid, I'm not the hugest Yu-Gi-Oh fan as an adult. But with that being said, I do want to take a moment to pay my respects and acknowledge the passing of Kazuki Takahashi, who is the creator and mangaka of Yu-Gi-Oh, as he recently did pass away. And it was truly a tragic and unfortunate loss. And I don't want the tone of this video to be too somber. I don't want to bring the mood down too much, but I did want to take a second to acknowledge, what he did for anime and manga and for pop culture and the influence he had on not only myself, but I'm sure a lot of you guys as kids, and maybe even some of you guys still to this day. That being said, like I said, I don't follow the story to this day. I don't read like the latest manga or watch the current anime, but when it comes to like my childhood, I got a couple of pieces of memorabilia that I keep around in the office just to recapture some of that childhood nostalgia. So I've got like graded cards for Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I even have the Yugi and Kaiba starter decks. And actually, the Yugi starter deck were my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now, this isn't the same deck I've had since I was a kid. This is actually one that I got like a year or two ago from the Big Homie Ron style. It's actually still sealed. But yeah, so while I may not keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh to this day, definitely still have a lot of respect for Takahashi and what he did, and what that series meant to me when I was younger and what it still means to so many people to this day. With that being said, I want to show you guys what I've been putting off for so long, and that is the t-shirts and hoodies that I picked up from this collaboration. So let's get into it. And so the first t-shirt I actually want to show you guys is the Yu-Gi-Oh Dark Magician logo t-shirt. You can see that I have here in black with the logo here on the front, like on the left where a pocket would normally be. And then on the back, you have the same logo again, but also this time with the Dark Magician himself on it. I think the print on this is really nice. It is a screen print though. And that being said, I want to give you guys just a small piece of advice. And this goes not just for Hypland clothing in particular, but just when you're dealing with graphic t-shirts in general. When you're doing your laundry and you're dealing with t-shirts like this, you're definitely going to want to wash them inside out for one, and only use cold water. And when you're drying them, if you can, it would be ideal, in my opinion, to hang dry them. But if you don't have somewhere where you can hang them up to let them air dry, then if you really have to put them in your dryer, tumble dry on your lowest possible setting, and that'll help preserve the print, prevent it from shrinking, prevent it from fading, and it'll help your t-shirt last a lot longer. That's just a general word of advice when you're doing laundry. I just figured I'd throw that in here. Also, another thing I want to mention is that this is a size XL. I believe all the t-shirts and hoodies that I buy these days are a size XL. And that's important to note because I want you guys to know how this stuff might fit on you if you're thinking about purchasing it, if you haven't already. And that being said, I should also follow that up with, usually in my videos, I tell you guys like my height, weight, and things like that. And I'm going to do that here again. But previously, I was telling you guys that I was about 6'3", and approximately 160 to 170 pounds. But when it comes to my weight, your boy was basing that off of what I weighed when I was an 18-year-old senior in high school, because that was the last time I actually checked my weight. I mean, I guess it shouldn't come as much as a surprise that your boy has gained some weight since he was a high school senior. And I actually bought a scale some months ago now. But when I weighed myself after the last time I made one of these videos, I was actually about 183 pounds. But that being said, your boy has bulked up, just a little bit. I ain't swole or nothing, but your boy has put on a little bit more. And now I'm about 195 and 6'3". So just keep that in mind when you see how these things fit on me. Like I said, everything is a size XL. Also, shout out to Hypland for actually including the height and weight and measurements, like what sizes they're wearing for their models on their website. They don't do that for every single piece, but they do it for a lot of them. And that's something that's greatly appreciated. If they could do that for every piece, that would be great. But yeah, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh Dark Magician logo t-shirt. And I think I've got a couple more, some hoodies I want to show you guys. So we're going to get into that next. Oh, and I almost forgot to point out the little detail here on the left sleeve where it has the Hypland logo as well as the Yu-Gi-Oh logo, which is something very common that they do on their t-shirts. You can see I'm wearing one of their Inuyasha shirts right now, and it's the same thing where it has the Hypland logo and then the Inuyasha logo right beside it. Also, by the way, I know y'all see them the Yu Hakusho skate decks chilling back there. I actually made a video of me hanging those up on my wall, which I'll leave in the description down below if you haven't seen it already. And I know they might not look like they perfectly even right now or symmetrical, but it's just the perspective and the angle of the camera and everything. It's trust me, take my word for it. It's on point. I made sure. With that, let's get into the next Yu-Gi-Oh piece. So this next shirt, I believe, is the Yu-Gi-Oh Magician logo, and I think this one has the Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl on the back of it, as well as the Yu-Gi-Oh logo on the front of it in like a light blue. So if I could just go ahead and yes sir, that's looking pretty clean. So you can see here on the front we have the Yu-Gi-Oh and Hypland logos. Again, on the left sleeve you have that logo again, just like on this Inuyasha shirt and the last shirt. And on the back you have Yugi, the Dark Magician, and the Dark Magician Girl. Like I said before, all these shirts that I bought are in a size XL. This print is actually really nice. I just really like the colors on it. Damn, that looks good. Yu-Gi-Oh has such a sick aesthetic. That's another thing too, is that that's another reason why I bought this stuff. Because again, I purchased all these items like when the collaboration first released, and I just had it sitting around. And one of the reasons why I bought it, even though I don't still actively like watch or play or read Yu-Gi-Oh, is because Yu-Gi-Oh's aesthetic is still really, really dope to me. I really like Takahashi's art style and just the characters and the way he designs them. It looks really, really dope. So like, I mean, it looks really raw on the back of the t-shirt, at least in my opinion. So yeah. All right, now this next shirt, they don't even have listed on their website anymore. I guess it did sell out, but usually even when something is sold out, you can still see it. And unless I'm blind, I don't see it up there anymore. So I don't remember for sure what the name of this one was, but I think it was called like the Sparkle logo shirt. But it's this pink one that has the logo on the front as well as on the back. But I'm a big fan of pink, if you guys didn't know. I mean, I use these like pinkish magenta lights in my videos all the time. I've got pink Air Max 90s. I've got the bubblegum Jordan 1s. I've got the bleached coral Jordan 1 lows that just released. I have a lot of pink in my wardrobe, and I had to add to it a little bit more with this Sparkle logo tee that actually has the Dark Magician Girl on the front. I know my lights is kind of bright, so this might almost look white on screen right now, but I'm sure in the B-roll you can see a more accurate depiction of the color. And here on the back you can see we have the Dark Magician Girl with sparkles all over the logo. I'm pretty sure this was called like the Sparkle logo shirt or something like that, but I thought it was really cool. Dark Magician Girl is pretty cute. I like the color pink a lot. So this was a must cop for me. I'm actually low-key regretting having never picked up any of the hats. I'm not a big hat wearer, as you can imagine. I'm more of a headband kind of guy. You guys see I'm always rocking bandanas and headbands and stuff. But if I tied my hair back into a ponytail and like, you know, pulled it through the back of like the snapback part, I could definitely rock hats. And I kind of want some of those trucker hats they have for Yu-Gi-Oh, because they look really good. I want like the Dark Magician Girl one. I don't know if any of those are still in stock, but I might have to go take a little looky-loo after I finish this video. And so that'll pretty much do it when it comes to the t-shirts that I picked up. Like I said, this wasn't a huge haul for me when it comes to the Yu-Gi-Oh collaboration, since I'm not the biggest active Yu-Gi-Oh fan. But I do have a couple hoodies that I still want to show you guys. And the first one being this Dark Magician Girl hoodie in black. I think they also made this in pink. And maybe I should have gotten the pink one, because to be honest, I don't need more black hoodies, but I have a ton of black hoodies and I keep buying more. Oh my kid, you can never have too many black hoodies. But that being said, we have the Dark Magician Girl hoodie here, and this is just screen printed. This would have been so much iller if it was like embroidered or something like that. But it was still pretty cool. I thought it'd be worth a pickup. So yeah, and nothing on the back, just the logo on the front, but just a solid black hoodie, and nothing too crazy, but just an okay piece that I want to add to the collection. But the next hoodie is the one that I like a lot more. And here we have the Yugi Monsters hoodie, which is also in black. And this is a hoodie that, I don't remember if this was one of the ones that they previewed beforehand or what, but before the Yu-Gi-Oh collaboration officially released, I saw them retweet or repost somebody who was wearing this hoodie. It might have been when they did the pop-up shop or something along those lines. And I saw somebody rocking this in a picture, and I was like, all right, that hoodie is crazy. Like, I need that. So I made sure that when this released, this was the first piece I added to the cart. So you can see here on the front, the black hoodie with Yugi Moto on the front with like the ring around it. And then on the back, you have this super sick screen printed graphic with all of like his most notorious and like notable monsters. So you can see we have like Karibo, Celtic Guardian, Dark Magician Girl, Summon Skull. Like, yeah, it's super sick. Like all the ones that I remember from my childhood, like all the illest monsters from Yugi's deck are all here on the back of this hoodie, and it's so fire to me. This was a piece that I knew I absolutely needed when I saw the drop, and I knew that if I bought nothing else from this release, I wanted this hoodie. It's because like just looking at it just brings back so many memories. Like when I look at the back of this hoodie, I'm just like, damn, like and you know what? It's so stupid that I don't even follow Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Maybe I would like it now, maybe I wouldn't. I don't really know. But Yu-Gi-Oh is like the only time I've ever done this in my life. There was a point when I was a kid where I was just like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's not really for me anymore. I think Yu-Gi-Oh's for kids, and I kind of just moved on from it, you know? And that's such a dumb thing to do, but it's just something like sometimes you do as a kid, right? You're just like, yeah, that's for babies. I don't like that thing anymore. But it never made sense to me like when I got older and looked back on it, because I didn't feel that way about anything else. I never felt that way about Dragon Ball or Naruto or Rurouni Kenshin or like pretty much anything else that I liked as a kid. I mean, you know, excluding stuff like, I don't know, Sesame Street or Dora or something like that. But when it comes to like anime and stuff, I never really felt like, oh, I'm too old for that thing now. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I ever felt that way about Yu-Gi-Oh, but this hoodie goes crazy. This hoodie goes absolutely crazy. So I'm really happy to have this one. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. Definitely the smallest haul I've had from Hypland since I started picking up their stuff, but some quality pieces in here that I'm definitely a big fan of, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as well. And like I said, I've got a lot more stuff over here when it comes to the Yu Yu Hakusho drop. I definitely had to go harder on that one because Yu Yu is my second favorite anime of all time. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be recording that video right after I finish recording this one. So it shouldn't be too much longer after the release of this video that you see the Yu Yu haul. And yeah, man, big shout out to Hypland for continuing to kill it. Shout out to Jordan Bentley for putting in that work and knocking it out of the park with all these collaborations. And I'm gonna just keep enjoying it as long as they keep pumping out the dope stuff. And by the way, just go ahead and keep dropping them skate decks because I could use more of those. It's probably like my favorite thing I've gotten from Hypland is the skate decks. And for those who keep asking, I don't skate anymore. I used to all throughout middle school and like the beginning of high school, and then I eventually just fell off. I was never that great, but I was decent. I could do a few tricks. I could ollie, kick flip, heel flip, pop shove it, 360 shove it. Fakie, you know what I'm saying? I get a fakie 360 is what I mean. I wasn't anything too crazy, but I was decent. You know what I'm saying? I just skated sometimes for fun with the homies. With that being said, man, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content that I'm bringing you. And all that being said, it's pretty much all off today. And remember, that's the capital from the bad. Later.